Good evening. How you doing? How's your week? Hello. Bridgewater, out of house. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So I don't remember where I left off last time. I didn't do any planning because I was busy this week. Jinxie, how you doing? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Where did I leave off? Where did I leave off? Doing some of this, right? So we've got most stuff working here, right? Like we got like line clears working, right? I think. Yeah, line clears are working there. We got the animation. Something about my week has been. Yeah, you have a new door. New hole in your wall. Somebody huffed and puffed and blew something down. Let's commit. If not committed, yeah. What did I? Okay. Plug. Fix colors. Line clears in 2-player mode. Okay. So highlight color after placing. Highlight color after placing in 2-player mode. Oh, right, because I broke that, right? Okay. Okay, so I might. So we implemented like game states, more or less, last time, right? Yeah, implement gravity into player mode. Start with game states. I might start bringing that over to 1-player mode. So I can start, or so I can reuse more of the code in both modes. And so I can get the same, what's it? Line clear animation stuff in 1-player mode. What is the next thing to do, right? Yeah, so... State clear. Okay, so these VS state, whatever. State VS. No. VS like that. Okay. Cause yeah, I think I want to bring that into 1-player mode. Game ASM. Into here. Because currently for that, I do that all on like the same frame, right? What is all this? Okay, that's the init. There's the frame. There's a start button. I haven't implemented pause yet, which is cool. But when I implement states, I could implement that easier. Change state to paused, and it'll go over there. Button down, button, okay, the button stuff, the block rotation stuff. The kick collision, right, okay. Button release for the right and the left, somewhere up there. Drop speed, check fall collision, and where is the place? Is that in here? Yes. Okay, so I need to like rip this. Kind of rip it out. Yeah. All done in a frame, which is nice in some ways, but does leave you without much of a framework for animations and stuff. Right. I think I'm gonna take that 1-player stuff or the 2-player stuff and bring it over to 1-player. Right. So if I have a look at was it place VS state place here. This guy. This is the. Yeah. Doesn't have any rotation collision stuff, just block gravity, handles placing a block in the playfield. This here, check collide with grid. That is over here. right there. Okay. Here's that place block. And then this is the, what's it? This isn't bad, actually. Increment current block loaded. Compared to 7, branch not equal. Current block. The fuck? Why am I incrementing current block? Why? What? That didn't make any sense. Make. Reload that. Yeah, that must have been some debugging stuff that I had in there from forever ago that just never got removed. Okay. So that's going away. Yeah, probably from before I implemented the bag, yeah. All right, let's go back to this one. Place. And this one, VS check clear rows. I might remove the VS from that. Check with the cause yeah, I think I'll move this to its own frame, its own state stuff, right? Well, no, I can't move this one to its own. That's not a state, is it? Yes, it is because it's during the place state, right? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Let's start getting some state crap implemented in a single player. So up here somewhere. State of confusion, right? Frame game. Yeah. That's what I want. Go to the top of that. Okay. Actually, I need to game.asm on the top here. Some tables. Yeah, let's go right here. Jojo, how you doing? Welcome. VS game states. SP game states. Word. SP state fall. Actually, I could just place in clear or not doing the garbage because that's a 2-player thing. Pasta, how you doing? Welcome. SP. Okay. So. Horrible week. So drinking wine. Okay. You gonna stay when you drink. Yeah, I need to get another bottle, honestly, because this week's bad. This week was rough. This week's been rough. Yeah, all of our servers started to melt because, of course, we started throwing more crap at it that it wasn't prepared for. So, they weren't happy, the servers. Fall. How do I handle this here? As a do player. I don't think I need to do it like that. Outside the box versus. Oh. Can I? Can I just use the same routine, actually? What's stopping me from doing that? What is stopping me from doing that? Would it stop me from using the same code regardless? I'm doing some score stuff, aren't I? So I'll need to check for like for that. I think I'd rather add some conditionals and some checks for scores into the versus code than re-implementing everything in single player. Yeah. Just triple our user accounts in the last 6 months, but stuff is slow, so we need you to fix it. Oh, and we want to cut costs, so I have to run it on cheaper servers. While you're at it, can you have this feature that basically pulls the entire data? Oh my god. Oh my god. So on Monday, that was like the first of the month, or the month end, right? And this month we are running all of New York's jobs. My location's infrastructure cannot handle that. The servers are dying. You need to add checks for whether or not you have 2 players, so you don't run the second in 1 player mode. So, kind of, because these states are individual for each player, right? When one player is placing a block, that doesn't mean the other player is. So, I load up player 1, do player. Player 2, do player. So it's isolated to that player, right? And for the versus mode, I'm still reusing the 1 player playfield for player 1, right? So yeah, it should work in theory. I mean, so I would have to do some stuff a little bit differently, like the update active blocks is different, right? Because that'll just be for 1 player. Preserve Y. There's the ghost calculation stuff. Now, checks for certain game transitions, like skipping garbage, and some code, like checking for new levels. Right. And I don't remember where I have that stuff. Software the drop speed. Hard drop done. So I've got like a calculate score there for hard drops. Whereas over here, jump versus hard drop. Okay. I just jump way down here. Then RTS on that. It's part of the fall state. Select checks for release. Okay. The hard drop checks it first. Right, because that exits early from that, because I'm not doing any of the other stuff on that. And this changes state to place. Okay. Here, I'm doing the hard drop and then doing the update separate in the same frame. So the new code could be done in a new state that would replace the garbage one? Yeah. Well, let's, just for shits and giggles, actually. do player 1. And then, where's my... I need to update stuff. Sprites. Yoink that. Well, I'll keep that in there. Whatever, it's fine. Calculate the ghost. And... Oh, right, yeah, because, yep, versus grid. Yeah, because that's a different actual grid. That's update block. Current block plus 0, yeah. These need to be separate because of the lookup tables. Lookup tables are different. So I think I might just do the... We'll call the ghost calculation stuff here. Oh, did that... Huh. That didn't break. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so we're not doing that. We're just going to JSR update block. Right? And then those guys, but this one is going to be frame game. Okay, so this won't do any of the scoring or level stuff. Let's see if it even works. Okay. It does. Oh, and it almost does the line clear correctly. Huh. Put those tables on banks like it's swapped out between modes. Yeah, that's a bit premature optimization there, I think. Okay, so there are some changes that I made to the sprite update stuff that I haven't brought over to the single player. Let me do that now. But yeah, I might be able to get away with just reusing all of the versus code. Or at least the vast majority of it. Okay, so it's after that. Here. Yoink, paste. If it's fall, if it's not fall, okay. Ghost and palettes. Ooh. Not versus bot, no. Okay, this is player 1. Over here. Game states for the ghost. Like that. And then if I come over here. Offsets. Was I already doing I was already doing some color stuff. So I shouldn't need to do this. Because that's, well... I am gonna do that. What color's ghost? Maybe? Cause didn't it compare fall? Because there was it changed it to like a solid color, right? Where the hell was that? That wasn't this, was it? That was... No, that just moves all of it out of the way. At any rate, that X20. Where? Do I still need that? I don't know if I need that. We're gonna remove that. I'm actually gonna remove this stuff as well. Block tiles. Don't I use like just one? Yes, I do. Right there. And that... +2, that's this one here. 0, 1, wait a minute. +2, that's... attribute, isn't it? Is that player 2? Yeah, that's player 2, so that's attribute stuff. So 0's correct there, never mind. This here is the tile. So I was already doing that with the tiles. So I shouldn't need that. Yeah. V2 problems? Not quite. Yeah, versus a two-player mode, right. It will all be solved in V2, including World Hunger. No. Yeah, I made one-player mode first, and then two-player mode. And now I'm updating one-player by reusing a lot of two-player stuff. Because I wrote two-player to handle both players individually, separately. Turns out, if I just don't process player 2, that's one-player mode. There's some differences with like what's it? Freaking scores and stuff, and probably game over as well. I probably broke that actually. But you know, turns out if you write something you just wrote, you probably write it better, right? Who knew? All right, let's see what I broke. Oh, okay, so I got that working now. Good. Good. Okay. All right, so that brings over that brings over all of the versus code. I mean, so obviously the scores and all that shit isn't being updated anymore. The lines I'll be able to reuse. The combo I'll be able to reuse because I still need to do that in two-player mode. Rubber room, yeah. Yeah. Well, so I had good reason to rewrite this, right? So I wrote it first for one-player mode as I'm figuring shit out, right? Then, when implementing two-player mode, I had to rewrite it to handle two players, right? And the modes do work slightly differently for certain things, right? Like one-player mode, the drop speed will change, should change. Depending on how many lines you've cleared, right? It'll also do what's it? it'll keep track of your score and stuff. What? I just noticed this. That's broken. What happened? Oh wait, it's because I'm using. It's gonna fill it once I hit the bottom here, right? God damn it. Okay. Right, because in 2-player, only only the next most piece is displayed. Okay. Yep. Okay. So 2-player over here. Oh yeah, fall. Circular grid. Oh, it's in place or clear. Garbage and clear. Check rows. Is it garbage? This starts the new one. Where did I put that? Yes, it's in garbage now. Okay. So I need to like have a 1-player mode set. Where can I set that? Where can I set that? I kind of want to do it here. Like, make that FF, and if current block is FF for player 2, we're in 1-player mode. Trash bags, yeah. I might do that. Bit. Current block +1. Branch minus. P1 mode. Yeah. Or SP mode. Down here. Okay. I do want this like that. But we're not going to call that next block. Next. We're going to call this next block instead. Like that. Why not track the full stack but only display 1 versus 2? Because I am reusing memory for certain things. I have 2 bags. In 1-player mode, it uses both bags. In 2-player mode, each player gets their own bag. So I'm displaying 4 out of the 7 pieces in the first bag here. So I fill up both bags at the very beginning. And then I pop 1 piece off of the first bag and then shift all the pieces across the bags, right? And then when the second bag is empty, I refill that bag. So bag 1 in 1-player mode never has fewer than 7 pieces, ever. It's always full, right? So it's the second bag that empties out. Yeah. All right. Reload that. I did it again. Am I not using the right next piece? Did I saved. Make. Debugger. What the hell is it? Next something? Next lock. I am not. Because I didn't fit. Okay, I know why. I know why. Load a FF, store that into current block +1. Moved. Good. Okay. I'm using the correct one. Scott. Okay. All right. That was okay. That is the boundary of the bags, basically. That's what that is. Okay, we're doing fine. That was a false alarm. False alarm. It's good. It's good. I might actually lower the line clear time. Well, I need to actually like get that animation going, like I wanted to do. But yeah. Should it be a stack of what? Int4? It's not Int4, no. 7 bytes per bag. Yep, but it's not just memory footprint. It's also the time spent. Yeah, this is running on the NES, on the NES Famicom. Slow. But yeah, it isn't just memory footprint. It's time spent doing things. In fact, you can kind of see like off-color stuff here. Let me swap that real quick. Where was that? Debug colors. What did that do? I don't remember what that did. Yes, that did all. Yep. BG color that. Make. Will I ever need playtesters? Probably. There we go. So see that green? That is the amount of time that ghost calculation takes, which is a lot shorter now that I've changed the code around. Wow. That isn't bad. Let me go over to versus mode. Here we go. So in versus mode, this is player 1's ghost calculations. This is player 2's ghost calculations. So I only have a certain amount of time to do things, right? The more time I spend doing anything is, the less stuff I can do during a frame. Because I want to run this all at full speed, right? 60 FPS, 60 frames. I do not want any lag frames, no matter what. And adding in the states I did the other day will help that, absolutely. Because it splits up actions into their own dedicated frames. Instead of what I was doing in one-player mode, which is just doing it all on one frame. Which could lead to issues, especially if I drop a sound engine or sound driver in this. That'll take up time, right? But yeah. Yes, it's not just about memory footprint, it's also about processing time. Because processing time is expensive. Debug colors, dude. Whoop. Do that. While we're here, by the way, was it 2001? There it is. Yoink, paste, end if. Yoink, paste, end if. Okay. That one does actually happen here. Okay. Load Y, player 1. That never happens anymore. Dead transition never happens anymore. This one game over. So I have to. For this one, I gotta check Yeah. Load up. No, not load. Bit. Current block +1. Branch minus. To there, and this is just gonna be a jump to dead transition. Okay, so now the yeah, now the game over should work again in player in one player mode. Good. Oh, I guess I didn't get a high score. Because I'm not calculating scores anymore. Shit. Okay. All right. Score calculations. Let's go. Score no. I need well, I am gonna need these level tiles. What is this? Is this in this in the IRQ, right? Or NMI? What the hell is that in? Calc score. Okay. Where was that? After hard drop. So after all the collision stuff and before the update block. Okay, I'll put it right after the update block because that doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. SP code has been emergent. Yeah. All right. So here, load a drop score. Okay, where am I doing drop score? What is this? Dead NMI. This is no combo. That's okay. Do drop. Okay. Soft drop is here. So that would have been there. Drop score. Let's just... No, where else is this checked? Let's throw that there. Can I just do that with the... Drop speed? Where's the decrement on this? There's the decrement on the drop speed right there. There's the do drop right there. Okay. Yoink that there. I'll just put it here. During the soft drop, so we're gonna just do one of them. Yeah. In two-player mode, we're not gonna be looking at this anyway. So who cares, right? In one-player mode, the calculate score will clear that out and do what it needs to do. Two-player mode can just straight up ignore it. Okay, so there's drop score. Clear count. I'm going to need to know this for two-player as well, because that will go into the garbage calculations. Okay, so we're going to expand that. Actually, I already find that, don't I? in here. Check clear rows. Count to clear, right there. That's this guy? No. Yeah, X, temp X. Load temp X. Okay, yep. Load that, store that into clear count at Y. Because I've restored Y. I can store that there. Okay. Thank you for the file. Appreciate it. I think you should calculate the score only in player 1 mode, not player 2. Well, yeah, so I'm not calculating the score in player 2 mode. That is done in this routine right here, and that's only called from player 1 mode. But this relies on variables that are set in other places in the code. One of them, the one I added a minute ago, was soft drop, which was is a soft drop happening this frame, which I think I need to actually correct that. Because I don't know if I added that in the right spot. Where is it? No soft security. Nope, that's not the right spot for that. I need to actually check somewhere else. That's here, actually. So load that up. Branch equal over there. Because this is when the drop actually happens. And this is load 1, store that into drop something. Drop score. Store that there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The clear count, though, that is going to be used with both one player for the scores and two player for the garbage. That, and I'm already fucking counting it. I'm gonna still use temp X here because temp X is a 0 page and I can access it faster. And this is kind of time critical code. It's called in a loop, so staying 0 page. This is outside of 0 page and it's indexed, so that's even slower. If you need the software for count for coverage calculation, then you don't need it for both players. Then don't you need that for both players separately? Yes, this is why it's at Y, and I added. What? Oh, this is my table. That's what that is. I changed this value right here from a 1 to a 2, so I can store both of them. That value right there. There's this little guy. This little guy right there. Click on, yeah. Oh, I don't need the soft drop for the garbage. No, I need it for the clear count, not the soft drop. Not that I'm aware of, anyway, because it's just how many lines you clear that calculates garbage stuff, right? Uh-oh. 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 I think the wiki broke. I clicked it again. So the landing page works. This page works. Help me out, archive.org. Help me out. Help me out. 2025. Yeah, end of January. This'll work. This'll work. Yes, Tetris 99 does that, right? And Puyo Puyo. So let's check these two. God, it's really crapped out. That's unfortunate. Garbage mechanics. Yeah, it was three-step insertion algorithm. The lines from the first single attack. Yeah. It's in red. Yeah, so it's lines for. Yeah. Lines sent table. The following table lists the amount of lines sent by a line clear. Yeah, so it's just number of lines by how many you've cleared. Right? Scoring garbage tables. Points per line clear. Points per, yeah. Swap mode. Where's the garbage? Oh, garbage per line clear. Garbage per combo. Right here. So the combo does play into it. Now. Excuse me. It's still, yep, 404. All right. Yeah. Just lines cleared come out of combo, which is also based on lines cleared per piece drop. Yep. So then the soft hard drop stuff doesn't matter. That simplifies things a little. Yes. I just need to add in the scoring stuff for the soft and hard drop. Now. My wiki? It's not mine. It's someone else's. I don't know. It's just one I used. All right. So the hard drop one. Soft and hard drop scores this frame. So drop score. Do hard drop. Okay. So, versus hard drop. This guy here. Ooh, I don't do any of that. Okay. Bit current piece +1 branch -2 SP. Do some of that. Do some of this. Actually, I can just do that. Because then it goes into the rest of the stuff they're already doing. Yeah. The only thing I'm doing different is I'm checking for the screen shake and calculating some score stuff. Yeah. Make current piece undefined. Current block, right? What the fuck is it? Current block, not piece. I've got my my screen shakes back. Let's go. There we go. Okay. And it's adding score now, right? Kind of. It's not doing it for the soft drop correctly. So I need to fix that, because that's supposed to be every time it drops, it adds one. Or adds... Is it one? I don't know. Calc score... Soft drop Y. Branch no soft. Okay. That just changes the drop speed up there. Then here, this checks for the drop. Increment that. Reset that. Oh, this is for... I'm doing the wrong spot. This... needs to be there. Yeah. Gonna look at, no worries. Do Overwatch? Overwatch, okay. Didn't know you hated yourself like that. Try to enjoy it though. There we go. That's better. There we go. Something that. Oh, this isn't good. And there. Okay, we're calculating the lines. That's good. Good. All right. My secret is I don't really care if we win or lose. That does help. Yeah. It seemed like things crumble on a lose streak. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, I can't play Overwatch anymore. I can't. I got far too salty in that game. I had to put it down. I had to put it down and walk away and be like, no, I can't do this anymore. Though I'm tempted to pick up Marvel Rivals, only because apparently Jeff is basically just May. and May was my main in Overwatch. Oh, he is? I stumbled upon a short from some Australian who was going over why everyone hated Jeff. And, like, yeah, he's blue, and he shows, like, an arrow, like a little, like, circle of what it pointed at, right? There's two of them. One of them was actually of Jeff, and the other one was like, of May's arm, and I didn't catch it at first. What's this? Oh, is she wearing what is that outfit? May was fun though. I liked playing May. So I can find that clip real quick. Hang on. I don't remember if I'm following the guy though. I watch too much shit, like when I'm supposed to be working, so I don't think I'll be able to easily find the clip, right? Give me a second to look though. Hang on. Some crazy Australian guy, because of course. Hang on, I'm gonna look real quick. So yeah, I might have to try Marvel Rivals just for shits and giggles, just for that. Just. Overestimates their ability. Yeah. I am garbage, and I know that, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. 'Cause that's. I had to go back into like yesterday's crap, and yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Yeah, so I know I'm terrible, right? Like half the shots I was throwing with May, I'd miss, right? But I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Okay, so I got the score. Does the level properly change? I don't think it does. Cause that's on like line clears, right? So that should change on 10 lines, is it? Let me plug my controller in. And yeah, bring that up. These buttons. Come on. Thank you. Connect. So wins is all because of her, and losses are all because of everyone else. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's not a good thing. Oop, swap that one out. There. There we go. I play a lot better when I have a controller. 8. Okay, it does change level. I guess I do that in the the score calculation then? I guess that's where that happens. I don't know. All right. Where did I do the combo stuff? I'll reinstall it. Realistically, I won't be. Realistically, I won't be playing Rivals. I've been diving back into Zachtronics games and redoing a bunch of my puzzles and re-verifying things and optimizing. Let's see where. And also recording animations of all of the solves, right? Like look at all this crap. Look at all of it. Look at all of it. It's so much of it. It's just, you know. I've been playing too much of this kind of crap, right? Where she's like, how fast can I get it? We gotta go fast. We gotta go faster. Yes, was that one of the new ones? I don't know if that was one of the new ones or not, but yeah. So some of these were just like the old, like this I did a long while ago, but I never recorded it, right? I need to add support to the Steam screenshot server that I've got for GIFs. Because it won't do like thumbnails. Woo. That could have been dangerous. It wasn't, but that could have been. But yeah, because I want to put those up on that server. Like, look how clean that is. Look how clean that is. So clean. This scratches the same kind of itch that NES Assembly scratches. Honestly. This kind of stuff, right? God, this one was a pain in the ass to do. But yes, it's for those that haven't played this, by the way. This is a game of alchemy puzzle stuff where you're making like molecules out of like base elements, and it's all like, you know, fictional chemistry basically. You're not entirely wrong, Epic. You're not, but that's okay. But yeah, like This is one of the new ones. Simple operations combined into a solution, preferably neatly. Right, like this. Like it's clean. It's smooth. It's clean. It's fast. No wasted time, right? I think this is one of the ones I posted on Discord. I'm like, oh, I can already see an improvement for this. And then I went back and tried to like do that. I'm like, oh wait, never mind. It can't work because this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, so. What was this one? Oh my god. Oh yeah, this one was annoying. This one is disgusting. This one is not clean at all. It's atrocious. This is one of like the end game ones that I just wanted to get out of the fucking way, right? Yeah, I just needed to like get that one done to unlock the next puzzle. Essentially, it was so annoying. Potion craft, I have not. I like ones like this too. It's just chunk. This is one of the older ones, and then a faster one. You know, movie polls, so it's so be easier to just rewrite. Yeah, probably, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, Opus Magnum is a fantastic game. This is one of the ones I redid. Oh yeah, so there's charts, right? Those I took a few screenshots of, I think. Opus Magnum. Yeah, so there's charts in these, right? No, where's there? But so you're graded on three separate criteria, right? How much the thing costs, and everything has a price associated with it, right? How many cycles it takes, which is like one step down here, and how much space it takes up, right? Yeah, the classic Zachtronic stats, right? But yeah, so like the single arm is like 20 gold. The double is what, 30, another 30. This one's 40. Tracks are 5, right? So yeah, so you optimize to that, to whatever one. So there's some that are slower but cheaper, and then there's some that are faster that just throw money at the problem, right? Like that's pretty much all the fast ones. Is like this is one of the cheap ones, right? 70 gold. I may have actually gotten this one cheaper. Maybe not. Stamina potion. No, I didn't get that one any cheaper. That's the cheapest right there. I might be able to, though. I might be able to get this one cheaper. Because if I can get away with it, like with a single static arm, and like a track that has 2 spots, one of these guys right here, that's actually cheaper. And I did that somewhere. Yeah, like here. So this originally was for the cheap one was one of those extendo arms, but I was able to get it to a single arm by just moving everything like further out, making myself like more room, right? Just doing 2 at once to get it faster, right? But yeah, scratches the same kind of itch that NES Assembly does. And Zachtronics has a bunch of games like that. So that's Opus Magnum. There's also, I can actually just go over of it. Let's close out this too. Library. Yeah, so that was Opus Magnum. And then there's also Shenzhen IO, Space Kim, which is an older one. Tiz 100. That's a good one too. This one, Molek Steins. Synthes. This one's difficult because it's like actual chemistry, and I'm bad at that. Last Call's got a few things in it. Infinifactor is an older 3D one, not bad though. Exapunks is the same vein as Opus. Why don't I have? Why don't it give me like screenshots? Do I not have any screenshots here for this? I closed out of the freaking window. Exapunks. Oh, I just moved it, or whatever. Similar idea with like programming your own assembly kind of nonsense. I don't have any of the actual stuff. Okay, cool. But yeah, it's got the cycle size activity. Same idea. You program these little guys, and it's fun. It's fun. But anyway. Anyway. Combos. Mickey Lim, how you doing? Anyone who has a Zachtronics group in Steam has good taste. Zachtronics games are fantastic. Started with 600, nice. I've also done most of Shenzhen, and I think at least one other. Not completely sure. I think I intended to finish Shenzhen before moving on to the next one. So I got far in Shenzhen, but I haven't finished it, I don't think. I played a lot of the solitaire game in that one, actually. I think I've got like 100 wins in that one. You're doing good? That's good to hear. I'm doing all right. I think the first one I started on was Space Chem. I think. It was either Space Chem or Infinifactory, and I didn't realize Infinifactory was Zachtronics when I played Infinifactory. I don't think, right? So I was like really early. When was this actually released? Start page. Yes, this is an Infinifactory. Again, it's the same idea, but like 3D, right? Where you're making a 3D thing right here, and like you have your inputs. You trim it and weld it together and all that kind of sort of spin it around, and then you put it on the outbound platform. It's the exact same idea as like Opus Magnum, for instance, but like 3D, right? Really fun, really great game. 2015, okay. This one, Space Chem, 2011. Oh my god. Yeah, so this is one of the first ones. Wow. Yeah, where you're managing like different buildings. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is more of an unpolished Zachtronics game, if that makes any sense. It's a very early Zachtronics game. Shocksta, how you doing? Yeah, Space Chem is old. Good game, but I think that's where I got it too. The humble bundle. I think that's where I stumbled upon it. Right. I hated the final level of this, like the boss level, where. So it's all like chemistry stuff, right? And I think I was actually screenshotting. Yeah, this right here is like a storage tank or whatever. And you have these different playfields that you like combine molecules or some shit, right? Maybe it's like these guys. I don't know. But for the last boss stage, there's the boss like moving across the screen, and you have to damage it by overfilling like storage tanks fast enough and like in time, right? I mean, it's doable. It's just not great. Yeah. I got through GOG. Okay. Give it a shot. Yeah, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's a good game. It's old. A good game. Yeah. Overwhelmingly positive. But yeah, Exapunks is a fantastic one. Last Call is has a bunch of like games in it, kind of, sorta. A bunch of like half-finished ideas, kind of, sorta. This is the last Zachtronics thing that they released, and then they disbanded. They're like, all right, we made all we wanted to make. So then that was that. Yeah. And every single one of these games, by the way, has some sort of solitaire, right? Shenzhen has a solitaire. I don't think Space Gum does. I'm not even sure if Tiz has one, actually. This one might not. But a lot of the games do. Like Exapunks has one. Last Call has two. That's what this is right here. That's one of the solitaires. I finished that one. Yeah. Eliza does. I think the one that's in Shenzhen was ported to DOS. So I have a dream about making a Metal Case Deluxe Edition. Nice. So one of the reasons why I didn't really plan very well this past week was because I was getting distracted. And I still have those tabs open. Where I was getting a little distracted with some stuff. And I'm reading up on some things. Right? Reading up on a few things. Because I kind of want to start doing some SNES dev stuff. Right? Yeah, I have the floppy somewhere. It's around somewhere. I do have it. Yes. And the DOS version. Yeah. So one of the reasons is because I started playing a bunch of the Zachtronics stuff again. I want to implement the solitaire. I want to program the solitaire stuff, but I can't do it on the NES because of limitations, right? Like all the solitaire stuff is you're picking up a whole stack of cards, and I can't. That's too many sprites. Maybe. I don't know. It's probably too many sprites. I'd have to check, actually. I don't know. But yeah, so I figure it might be easier, more possible, or whatever, to do it on the SNES. So, like, I've been reading up on it. Of my 150 or so hours in Shenzhen, about 110 of them are in solitaire. Yeah, I feel that. Yep, same. There were times where I fired up Shenzhen specifically so I could play solitaire. For no other reason than to play solitaire. No. It's only 52. I'm not sure. There might be some tricks that could be done. Maybe using 8x16 mode along with the BG updates. 8x16 won't really work for the stack because you're picking up a bunch of cards, right? It's not just one card. So they're all like stacked on top of each other, right? So you're only seeing like a little slice of each card. 52 factorial. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I still have to like figure out a lot of stuff. But I don't know. Would it be possible to make a custom sprite in RAM at runtime? Sure. It's expensive. That requires CHR RAM, right? I'm not using that here, but I need this to be RAM, right? So I could update that on the fly, which for some stuff I do handle already. So where was it? No, not that. It's demos folder. Demos. This one. Bin. Anime background. So for this guy here. I'm going to slow it down, actually. Settings, speed, quarter. Okay. So you can see every frame, it is updating some tiles. I'm doing this real time. I'm not calculating anything, but I am loading this up from ROM, essentially, right? So it's like a straight copy for this. But it'd be basically the same idea where I'm basically making my own sprites, my own 8x8 tiles, and then just loading them into the bank that the sprites are using, right? So, I mean, it could be possible, actually, I suppose. Yeah, I'd have to figure out, but that means you only see a slice of the card, which is, which means less of the card to draw. Right, depending on how you draw the stacks, such as how much of each card is visible, especially when moving the stack, you might be able to get away with it. I'm not sure. Haven't played the Solitaire enough to remember it offhand. It's just mem copy. Yeah, that doesn't exist on the NES. But yeah, so for, let's see, because I dropped a screenshot on, yeah, there you go. Open a browser. So this is one of the Solitaires. It's the same idea, right? And it's nice that it's all already like pixel art. So I don't have to try that hard to get to pixel art, right? Let me do this real quick. Yeah, sure. Paste that in there. Whatever, it's fine. View, show grid. Whew. So obviously this would be, too large. Are these actual? Oh, it's actually true to the grid. That's beautiful. All right. Beautiful. Yeah, no need for aliasing. Not that I would do it anyway, because I don't have enough colors for that. So, but yeah, so there's a portion of the card on the top that I would need to show. Right, because that defines like what the card is. I probably have to simplify a lot of the design because I just have less screen real estate to work with, right? So yeah, so these blue boxes are 8x8 pixels. Yes, they should be. Well, yeah, these are 8x8. Ooh. Okay, so I can just like half size that. So let me. Percentage 50. Method. Sure. I mean, yeah, I'd have to like measure stuff and see how wide things can be and all that, but I could probably get away with that. So if I can get away with just like having the top of a card as like one row of sprites, then I wouldn't need to do any composing, right? If I could make a card like 3x4 sprites or something like that, right? I wouldn't have to really worry about composing too much. Or maybe not 3x4, but like 4x5 or 6 or something like that. And have like one row of sprites for the top portion. I wouldn't need to worry about manually joining two sprites together. And it'd tile a heck of a lot easier. Because that has to go on the background as well. Because these are background, right? Like these aren't picked up. They're on the background. Yeah. How big is the largest stack you can make? It's like 8 face down and 13 face up. It depends on the game. Like this one here, this game, it starts out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rows across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's 40 divided by 8? 5? 5! Holy shit, I did that in my head. And 5 cards deep. And you can only stack like cards in this one. I don't think I've ever seen it gone past the end of here and end of this. So I'm not sure how deep. Yeah. Shenzhen? Yeah. Oh. Have I seen the Pico 8 port of it? I have not. No. I'm gonna have to look for it because I have an image of a floppy image of the DOS port somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where I put it though. It's been a hot minute. Right now, yeah. It might be in here. Find here, I name star.img. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig for that. I'm gonna have to look really hard for that, cause it's around somewhere. I know I have it somewhere. I even have the box for it somewhere. Box and the floppy. I just don't know where they are right now. But anyway, so yeah, so I was thinking of doing SNES stuff with that. Fuck. Okay. Thank you. Usually come in twos, not in my family. My grandmother would sneeze like 17 times. Do I have a keyboard for the Famicom? Yes. Do you also have a mouse? I do have a SNES mouse, yes. Sounds maybe simpler as people actually have the mouse for that device. Also, I have the SNES mouse, yes, but, hang on. I've also got this. This, once I take it out of the box, but hang on, yeah, is a trackball for the Famicom. So I have a mouse for the Famicom too. The green screen's kind of like taking on, hitting that, but actually, if I hang on, this one, there it goes. Look at that. Don't look at my nasty floor. Come on, really? Really? Okay. And it works too. Oh, got a little ball there. If only that was the Super Mario Ball with the Famicom, right? The NES, no. The Famicom, yes. Japan got all the fancy shit. They got the keyboard. They got this trackball. They got a punching bag. They got 3D glasses. They got the data recorder. They got this fucking thing. Another tape drive. Yeah, Famicom got all the weird stuff. The modems, yeah. 2 modems? 2 modems. Tape? Yes, tape. So I know about the network system. I was certain they were dead before the Famicom even launched. What? The modems or the tapes? No. So this was from late in the Famicom's life cycle, and the data recorder was a Japan-only thing. It came with, or was used with, the keyboard because that's where the plugs were for it. Yeah, the Famicom had 2 tape drives. Yeah, the data recorder, which is not this, and this, which is the study box, and this is a edutainment kind of system thing, right? Where it's a stereo cassette. On one channel is data, on the other channel is recorded audio, used for like teaching English to school children, English and like science and math and shit. You follow along in a workbook and complete lessons or what have you. But it feeds the audio directly through the Famicom to your TV. Yeah, English and frog reproduction. Yeah, that was fun to find on stream. Wait a minute, these frogs look a little sus. Oh God! Not any particularly important data. I mean, it was the game data, right? It was the ROM. It's basically a really shitty ROM cart. That's basically what that thing is. It's kind of a ROM cart. Oh, and they got a floppy drive over in Japan too. The FDS, Famicom Disk System. That one's one of the more popular ones, more well known rather, right? ZX Spectrum was very tape based and a very cost effective and poor way. Well, a lot of personal or home computers back then had some sort of tape storage on them because tape was a lot cheaper than like hard drive, right? A lot cheaper. And CDs didn't exist yet. Floppies were on the expensive side. Things like the FFE cartridge copiers. Yeah. Oh God, those. Yeah, there was some for the Famicom, and then a bunch for the Super Nintendo, where like it'd back it up onto like a floppy or something, right? And there were games that detected those things and had copy protection on them. The Famicom was after the Spectrum by a year. Ah. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been collecting random ass peripherals. I mean, even underneath my trackball, that is a drawing tablet for the Famicom that I forgot to mention earlier. It's got 2 games for it. And it works very well, actually. This thing is in like mint condition. I think I am the first owner of this particular device. I opened it up and the wire to the system had never been unwrapped. Mint condition. Mint. Looks like a really good device to use with solitaire. Maybe. It's a little quirky because of I mean it's old tech, right? So it's a little weird. Oh, the touchpad on the titler, right? Yeah, which is used for handwritten Japanese handwriting recognition. Yep, I still need to continue my reverse engineering efforts on that ROM, because that one's a doozy. The musical keyboard, right. The motorcycle controller. I know there's like the exercise bike or bike attachment thing. I don't have one, but I had one. Hey, my mother's pet. Then my mother sold it on me at like a yard sale, I think. The Miracle Piano keyboard, right? I need to find one of those. The Miracle Pianos. They're sizable. They're big. Yeah. Wasn't exact peripheral since it was built into the titler console. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Chonky. Yeah. Yeah, the titler stuff is weird because like, so I've got, it's this right here, this guy, this is 2 separate adapters. So this is a NES to Famicom adapter, and this is a Famicom to NES adapter. So I plug my ROM card into this, my ROM cartridge. And then I plug this this adapter into my NES to Famicom adapter to get it back to Famicom pins. But you can't see it, but I scratched out one of the traces. That's the IRQ trace. Because the touchpad uses an IRQ that my ROM cart like overrides essentially. So I had to scratch that out to disable the IRQ on the ROM cart. Yeah. Because I think does the MMC 1 I think actually does that have polling is king? Well, so you kind of can't for this one because it's not mapped to any separate memory IO. Memory addresses, right? So like the controllers are mapped to a certain spot. If I go over here, utils, read controllers right here. So 4016 is player 1, 4017 is player 2. I'm pretty sure that it reuses those. Titler. That's the button. Physical button layout. Touchpad utilizes a hardware generator IRQ. Reading controllers coordinates is done first by strobing 4016 with 0. Writing 4 to 4016 then enable and wait for the IRQ trigger. Once it does, write 0 to 4016 and read 4017 for the value. So 4016 and 4017 are the memory mapped registers for the controllers. So it's reusing circuitry for that. Right? Yeah. Would have better put electrical tape over there? No, God, no, because that would have gummed up the connector almost immediately. Yeah, that would put extra stress on the connectors, and it would gum them all up. And as soon as you insert it, like the tape is in the connector now, and it's not coming out. These on the and the console, I paid like $700 for the stupid thing, right? $700. $10. Like for 2 of them. I have another one somewhere. I bought 2 of these just in case I fucked it up. And this is so much easier to replace than replacing a titler or replacing the cartridge connector on the main board of the titler. I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. I'd much rather, buy a sacrificial adapter. Much rather. Oh yeah, and the tape would move sideways too. Exactly. It'd take out another pin, right? Like the ground pin. Or whatever's next to it, whatever that one is. I don't know what it actually goes to, but yeah. But yeah, it blocked different pins. It'd gum everything up. It would just make a mess. And it would be unbelievably temperamental to get working, I think. Because this is a tight fit in there, right? So it might not even work in the first place. Like the act of inserting it would probably remove the tape. And it's not like I can wrap the tape around, I don't think. Well, I suppose I could have. Because the pin on the other side isn't actually connected to any of them. Other than, itself, I guess. Or the pin next door. But yeah, tape would have just been a bad idea. Bad idea. And again, like this is like easily removable. There's nothing sticky, you know. Let me make sure I'm putting this together correctly again. NES back, Famicom front, just things like this. Yeah. Oh, I just realized that that's been on. For probably a week. That's cool. It's just been on. All right. Yikes. With points, yeah, the risk is far too high that I'd screw something up that is very difficult to undo. I probably forgot it since last stream, yeah. Versus, like, if I screw something up on the $5 adapter, I can buy another adapter. Right? Like, that's not... Yeah. The risk there is almost nothing. Right? Like, I can lose that adapter. I can lose both of these adapters, and I'll be able to replace these fairly easily, fairly cheaply. Right? For under $50 for both of these. Title was $700, and that was trouble finding. At worst, it takes more time to get the new one in. Yeah, at worst, right? Versus the titler is a significant amount of money, and waiting for one to pop up. That isn't, $2,000, which that's too much. Yeah, I think there was last I checked, there was one for like $2,000 on eBay, I think. Oh, wasn't even in great shape. But anyway, combo. The combo's done in. Well, okay. Clear count update combo. That is done in math stuff. So I have to... I might have to do a separate, like, update combo. At least for versus. Right? I probably want to do it for single player. Yeah, I won't have to do it for single player because that clear count I'm already updating. I'm doing the math for one player stuff. So I shouldn't have to worry about that. Let's commit this stuff first. Or let's have a look at the ink first. Add that. This one, store that there. Yep. Calculate ghost, do player. Update block, count score. Right, because the calculate ghost happens in the do player in the fall state, right? Or no, that happens in update. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Ads are over. Oh, sorry. I do recommend at least having a roll of Captain tape if you're doing any meddling with electronics. It's a very useful insulator. So I'm mostly software. I don't do a lot of hardware stuff. I have a solder iron. I don't use it. I'm getting some money. Not a lot, but a little bit. And honestly, the main reason I have them turned on is so I do not get pre-roll ads. Right? So pre-rolls are whenever someone first joins a stream, they get a dozen ads up front. That's the death of a channel. So if I turn on mid-rolls, or ads every however long, that turns off pre-rolls. So when someone joins a stream, they're not immediately slapped in the face with ads, right? Yeah, I click off for pre-rolls. Like if someone's running pre-rolls, I'm not wasting my time because I don't even know who. If I don't know who they are, especially, no, I'm not sticking around for pre-rolls. That ain't happening. I do firmware for a hardware engineering and manufacturing company. Ooh, okay, nice. Very close to bare metal. Yeah, so the stuff I work with the Famicom and the NES is the closest I get to hardware. And yeah, like the closest. Well, so yeah, the only electronic stuff I do. So I replaced a capacitor on the titler because it was about to pop. So I figured I'd preemptively replace the capacitor. It was bleeding a little bit. But like other than that, my solder iron collects dust. You know. Again, for the titler, I dumped a ROM. The chip was already socketed, so I could just pop it out and then pop it in a ROM dumper. That turns out didn't work. So I bought an Arduino Mega and had a breadboard. It's still put together, like in the back, but little breadboard with fucking a billion wires coming out of it to get the to get the ROM off the thing. Yeah, well, it wasn't even like preventative maintenance, I don't think, because it was like imminent that it would die, right? It was already starting to leak, right? So I'm like, oh, I need to replace that capacitor before it blows up. I guess that's preemptive maintenance rather than preventative. Preemptive. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the most I do with hardware stuff. Everything else for me is software. Just electronics purely as a hobby, or rather used to. Been a while since I did that much. Did recently get a decent soldering station though. I'm mostly software guy too. Do like low level stuff. Yeah, low level stuff. Yeah. Changing your car's oil. I can't be fucked. I pay someone else to do that. I ain't getting underneath my fucking car. No, I have no interest. No interest. Because then, like, okay, so you'd only spend $2 on oil or some shit. I don't care. Because that means I'd have to spend a fucking hour getting it everywhere. And then the little that I got into the bucket instead of all over the ground, I had to figure out where the fuck to get rid of it. Because you can't just throw that in the garbage. You gotta do something with it. No. I can't be bothered to give a shit. I'm gonna bring it to a garage and have someone else do it. Fuck it. I've already bought the tool to save some money. I gotta save my money. There's no going back. You're too far in. Turning soldering iron once this year. It's more than me. I'm going to build an AV cable for my Genesis. Nice. I need to get a Genesis. I've got like one of those 3-in-1 systems that's got like, I think it's like NES, maybe Famicom and Genesis. It's a piece of garbage though. It's like the cheapest like system on a chip thing. It's terrible. It's awful. Like the audio levels on it are atrocious. Number one, came with crap controllers. Basically, the less bother is worth the cost. Yeah, like when I get work done on my car, I drop it off in the morning. Walk back to my apartment because it's in walking distance, and then I do something else for a few hours. Whatever. Then they call me, hey, your car's done. Cool. I'm gonna come pick it up. I pick it up and I give them some money. And then I leave. It was good. It's fine. Oh, but you could be saving it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care. What's the point in having any money if I can't use it? Not like I can afford a fucking house anyway. I'm not done doing this. All right. What else I got in here? Let me go ahead and remove those because that's all set, right? Oh yeah, I'm doing quarter speed. Well, yeah, because that turns one solid color here in a second. Yep. And this sprite viewer, sprite RAM, good. And when it gets low enough, it should. Good. It hides those. Good. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of that stuff in what was it? Update something? Update block. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. So down here, get rid of that crap. Was there no more come without crap in that? No, I removed those. Those, okay. So that's removals. Okay. Tempted to start removing the code for this stuff, right? So check fall collision isn't being called anymore. I remember making a Tetris clone. It was somewhat painful. How you doing? Welcome. Devad? Am I saying that right? Devad Mini David? Mini David. How you doing? Welcome. Yeah, it's been an experience. But one I think I was ready for. So this isn't like my first ROM. This isn't my first rodeo, right? So I've had a few years of experience writing stuff on the NES. And somewhat recently I started getting into actually playing Tetris. Middle-ish of last year, I think. Give or take. And the versions of Tetris I have, there's two of them on the NES. I've got Nintendo's Tetris and Tengen's Tetris on the NES. I've got one on the Game Boy Advance. And then I've also got Puyo Puyo on Steam. I played a little bit of Puyo Puyo, and I couldn't get it to feel right. Probably because I didn't try with the PS4 controller, honestly. God, I did that fucking mouse thing. But yeah, so it felt right on the NES, because this controller is actually fantastic feel, right? Like it feels great. But yeah, on the SNES, they're not that great, I don't think, right? Like they're in between the classic NES Tetris and modern Tetris. So it's some weird experiment that they're doing, right? Or that they did, figuring out what made Tetris good and what to improve and what to actually change and whatnot. So the SNES stuff, I don't really screw with. So I was playing a bunch of the NES versions of Tetris, and I was getting really frustrated with the bullshit piece RNG. This is just garbage. Turns out that's one of the things that they fixed in modern iterations of Tetris. It's the whole bag system, right? That, and then there's the hold piece that the NES Tetris doesn't have. And like, you know, colors, which is a nice thing to have, and a bunch of other like quality of life things. So this project is bringing modern Tetris back to the NES, right? So I've got a hold piece, I've got a proper bag RNG stuff. I'm doing okay, let me actually speed it up a little bit. Normal speed. I've got the rotation system, right? I've got wall kicks that apparently don't work anymore. That's cool. Maybe they don't work for that piece very well, but yeah, I've got wall kicks in there that I can't really test myself very well. But that's like a me thing, right? I just got, so you can see the white line clear thing. I just got that working. Although OG Tetris had that in there, old school Tetris. But yeah, I added that in for reasons. I'm actually gonna, I'm gonna expand on that a little bit. So turning everything white and then just getting rid of all of it. That was step one. Step two would be actually like animating it away. But getting it to that white bar required a bunch of infrastructure changes. I'll call them that. And I'm mostly done with those. In fact, this stream was so far anyway, taking those changes that I did for versus mode and put them into single player mode. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And in fact, one of the things I want to do with versus mode over here is garbage. Right? So, Tetris garbage. This crap, right? This right here. Where your opponent can send you garbage lines that push your entire field up, right? I want to implement that in versus mode. So I've made provisions to make this possible, right? And mostly just like really recently, actually, for the versus stuff. That was the whole state system thing that I was doing. But yeah, so it's, you know, two-player kind of battle thing, and if one player is faster than the other and clearing lines, the other player, you know, gets garbage and will eventually top out, right? Is this more than 20 lines on Puyo Puyo? How many fucking lines is this? Jesus Christ. It's still broken? That's still broken. Okay. Let's go back. Back again. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 and Puyo Puyo Tetris. Continue the concept of two tiles, Puyo Puyo and Tetris. No, because new versions online sprint battles for first gives for each game modes. Okay, so whatever. Controversy, cheat codes. Single player fusion party versus. Basic battle in this mode possible make. Is it 20? Huh. That just seems like there's more than 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, that's 20. Okay, so that's all right. Never mind. But anyway, yeah. So that's the reason for this project here. Is I was getting frustrated with the versions on the NES, and I wanted to do my own. I wanted to write my own. So this mode is still like in debug mode. So you can see that when I hit left and right, it moves it for both players, and same thing with the hard drops and rotates and all that. So this is still like debug mode for both of them. The soft drop doesn't translate to both of them, but yeah, so there's a hold piece down there. Yeah, so I want it eventually so where when I clear lines, it'll add garbage to the other player, right? Like that would have added garbage, or at least it would have not added it immediately, but it would have added it to like a bar over here. Let me get rid of that. It would have added it to like a progress bar kind of thing over here, which would stay there until it timed out, and then once it timed out, after the next block place on that player, it would add that to the field, right? Move everything up, and then add that line, add the garbage lines to the field. So I'm not there yet with those, but we are getting there. We're getting there. Super cool project. Thank you. Appreciate that. I like this stuff. Like, so all of this is no longer used now, right? All of this crap, which is kind of a problem because there's this as well, which I'm gonna grab that, and I'm just gonna put that up there. And then I'm going to move calculate score down to the bottom. That's not shown actually on screen, is it? You know, I'm gonna have to show that for. So I don't have the time attack modes actually implemented yet. These guys, I don't have that implemented yet. I can't even select any more than the 200 lines, right? Like this, I can select the single block mode, right? So if I select one of these, like let's go with this guy. Every single block is just that block, right? Every single one, which makes things a little difficult. Like I don't know how I'm going to clear any lines actually. That and then that. But then like over here, I can't actually like clear. Oh shit. Is this not possible? Is this not a... Can I not do this? Is it... Well, no, hang on. Oh, I cleared a line. Let's go. I cleared 2 lines. Let's go. Oh my god. Yeah, so there's a certain pattern you got to do for it, but like, ooh, you get the idea. It has its own scoreboard. Yeah, it's a neat challenge. It's only for 1-player mode. Yeah, you need to figure out a pattern. Yeah, so there's one for the T pieces, T blocks. I think it does the same level stuff for those, right? So the more lines you clear, the faster it gets. So the faster you had to be at placing blocks. It's a slower speed progression than the NES, the Nintendo's Tetris. Same for Tengen, I think. But I mean, I think that's all right. Whatever. Eventually, it does. After enough line clears, it does get up to 1 frame per cell drop So every frame the piece drops, right? So it's one of those basically. But that's at level like 12 or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, basically, last year I got really frustrated with not having hold and the RNG being garbage. So I went, fine, I'll do it myself. And here we are. Started in December? With this ROM? Oh. All right. I'm gonna add olive game. Let's do it here. I might not need to do the whole like versus state or yeah, I might not need to do the whole versus state. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's undo that because I don't need to do the versus state. And these. And get rid of that. And up here, we're going to get rid of... Oh, did I already get rid of that table? I got rid of that table, I guess. Unless this is right before some of this crap up here. Nope. Looks like I got rid of it. Okay. I'm going to make sure it builds. Good. Add that one. With that. More of the one. More 1P logic to the VS code, the 2P code. Now, single player mode now reuses the do player routine from originally written for 2P mode. The sprite updates cannot be reused due to 1P and due to the modes using different lookup tables. For update. Code cannot be reused. Yeah. Be soused. I can spell, I swear. Yeah. Also added some small checks for 1P mode in the now global code for what? No, bit current block. Score for 1P score, 1P mode score calculations and 2P garbage stuff. No. Yeah. Ooh, it showed up over here. Nice. So that's the secret to that. I just have my mouse in on a different screen, and it'll show up over there. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I think I want to start. You want to clean up the dead code after a frame game now or later? Oh yeah, let's start doing that now. Actually, let's get rid of that. Let's actually have a look at our code sizes for now. First, let's get out of that. All right, so we're gonna go down to 6, 7, 8. All right. So here is the start of all of the game code. This is for both single player and versus mode. And that's going to go down to 9A. Oh boy. B. Oh my god. Oh my god. That gets close. So hex code hex C1000 is where the util bank starts. So that's common code for all game modes. That's where my like main ROM state change code lives, right? So going from the main menu to a game mode lives there. And then the IRQ or NMI stuff lives here, with some other stuff. I guess is it? I don't know why that's there. I guess high scores. Yeah, I guess high scores lives in this bank as well. But the IRQ, the vectors which are down here, so those live. Yeah, we're getting really close though to filling up this bank. Oh, that's surprising. All right, so we're going down to BBD 0 or BBD 4. Let's see when I remove all of this, how much that clears up. Get rid of all that. Gets rid of that. Gets rid of... Ooh, clear counter scores. Where was that used? Calc score. Okay, so I can't get rid of that. Calc score is still used. Marion, how you doing? Welcome. What else? What else is not used? Level math. The dead stuff is used. Then my shake, yeah. Transition. IRQ's in here somewhere as well, I think. Dead frame. Yeah, so that's all used. And it bags single block. Is this used? And it bags. Is this used? I believe this is. Yes, it is. Okay, that's still used. Shuffle bag. That is used because I am using the next block. Shit, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. It's just called from a different spot. Okay. So this code is used. Calculate ghost is also used, and this is actually player aware, I think. Yeah, this is player aware even. So that's used for 2 players as well. Update block is used. Because again, that's different between those two. Ooh. Ooh, I found something else. Drawing the full board isn't used. Yeah, because that's... This is really old code. That's... Okay. Right, that's before. This is before I did all the IRQ stuff. This is before I had colors. Oh my god. This is so much code that I don't need anymore. This is repeat this 10 times. Repeat this 20 times. These are repeated 200 times. It's 400 instructions gone. Oh my god. Because that's all handled in the IRQ now. That's all handled here. I'm glad I scrolled through this. So some of this, PPU playfield, this isn't used anymore. What is this? It is. I'm using that as the Yep. I am still using that. Okay. I'm adding the MMC5 offset, so it is being used during IRQ. So it's not PPU anymore, technically, but whatever. I think I'm using these still. Collision stuff. Start clear rows. Ooh, that's not used anymore. Is it? Check fall collision, I don't think is used anymore. Check fall collision is not used anymore. Because the collision stuff is checked over here, and this isn't used anymore. This isn't used anymore. Check collide grid. This guy is defined over here. After bag, next bag. Okay, that one's still used. Start clear rows, though. That's not used anymore now. Because that's part of a state. Ooh, I need to check the clear with empty stuff. Okay, yeah, all right, I do handle that. Okay. Check row clear. Good. So we're going to get rid of this. Ooh, that does combo stuff. Ooh, okay, we're going to keep that dead code there for now. Do clear row. Oh, I have to keep that too, don't I? If I'm, nope, I don't need to keep that. Okay. Dead code elimination 1 right now. Coffee, how you doing? Welcome. Don't they have a secret probably for the NES? Yes, but I mean, C doesn't really play that nicely on the NES. No. It's almost like using basic on Commodore 64. It's not great. Exactly. Yeah. You also use C on Commodore, and it's better than basic, but similar comparison. Yeah, it's similar comparison. So yeah, this combo stuff I do need to actually handle, because I don't handle that right now. Because that happens in the row clear. State clear. Clear the rows. And that is load clear count. Okay, so that is just here. You like that? Put it there. Clear carry. Increment that. I don't know why I cleared the carry there, but sure. Okay. So that should handle... Whoa, oh. Combo at Y. Combo at Y. All right, that's already for 2 players there. Combo Y, combo Y. Okay, now I can get rid of this. This is the clearing. Checking for clears. Swap held piece, I believe, is used. Yeah, swap held piece is used over here in state fall. So I can't get rid of that because that's used. That next block is used. Calculate ghost is used. All right. Illegal addressing mode. 1041. You bastard! Transfer Y to A. Transfer A to X. Increment that at X. Ah, it's so frustrating. Oh no, that's fine. God, that's annoying as hell. Why would that be? Isn't he using the program stack either way? Yeah, C also uses it for variables and shit. Yeah, and this processor isn't good for that. I've been looking at, like I said, I've been looking at some SNES stuff. So that's 65816, right? I think. That one, that processor, the successor to 6502, does have some instructions that make that easier. So in theory, writing C on the NES, on the SNES makes more sense. I'm still going to be using assembly over there if I make that jump, but no. Never changed. Designed to be used as a compiler target, right? Right. Okay, so that compiled. All right, so we were at BBD4. Make sure we still work. It looks like it does. Where are we at now? Oh my God. Oh, wow. B386. Nope, no. So BBD4. No, okay. BBD4. There it goes. Minus B386. Whew. 2 kilobytes of code. 2 kilobytes. Did I do my math wrong? How was that 2K? So I had one of the functions, which is probably the majority of that. Hang on. Repeat board, whatever. This right here. Draw the full board. Yeah, this right here. So let me uncomment this so you can see it. Load to store that there. I forget what that did. Sprites, maybe? Sprites. Drawing sprites to the screen or some shit. Repeat board height I. Repeat for 200 times. I'm sorry, 20 times. Repeat everything inside 20 times. That happened 20 times. That happened 20 times. That happened 20 times. That happened 20 times. Repeat board width 10 times. These two happen 10 times for every loop of this. 400 bytes right there. Have you considered making tools which could find dead code in your project or other assembly stuffs? I mean, not really. I'd have to, like, at that point I'd be building my own assembler. Which I don't really want to do, honestly. Yeah, and it's not that big of an issue. It's not really that big of an issue. Yeah. 1,026 bytes. Yeah, so yeah. yeah, this is 400 instructions, not bytes. So this instruction is 3 bytes, and this instruction is 3 bytes. Yeah. Yeah, so a lot. A lot. More than half, I'm gonna say, of that code that was of the space went to this. Yeah. Yeah, 1,206 sounds about right for this routine. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is the majority of it. And it freed up so much room for activities now. I could do so much shit in here. So I'll need it for like the garbage crap that I'm doing. I'm gonna have to use some kind of like RNG tables for that as well. So with the garbage, it's not like completely random, right? It's where's the one that's got, here we go. It's each set that is thrown, right? Is 9 blocks, 9 cells filled in the row, and one column empty. And if more than one row of garbage is sent at a time, that one empty row lines up for all of them, right? So basically, I need an RNG of like 0 to 9 for each of the columns, and you know, pull the same like increment every frame or some nonsense, right? I could probably get away with like a much shorter table with that one. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, maybe like a 128 table, maybe. Or, shit, even like a 32 or 64 byte table. Right? So it isn't ever going to be an even number for that, so there's going to be some repeated in that, but, yeah. If my math is right, this was 45.7% of the total freed. 56.7% of your math was right. Yeah, I'll take it. No, if my math is right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of code. A lot of code. But yeah, I gotta figure that out too. Yeah, see here's they all line up, right? Yeah, so if you get like a bunch sent at once, that the void column lines up. So in theory, you'd be able to clear it a little bit easier, right? Yeah, like, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, and what is this? This is like, it's like the gray are primed, right? And the red is still not timed out. Is that what that is? Yeah, so on the next drop or placement, these guys hit the field. And the red ones don't. I think, right? Is that how that works? Oh, no. I want... That was Tetris 99. This guy here. Garbage insertion. There's a meter on the left side of your playfield showing the pending/incoming garbage lines, i.e. Lines sent by your opponents which weren't inserted into your playfield yet. If there's incoming garbage lines, then your attacks will be used to cancel or counter them instead or before sending lines to your opponents. Tetris 99 uses a 3-step insertion algorithm. The lines from the first incoming attack appear in the meter as yellow bricks. After a while, they turn red. 2.5 seconds after they have turned yellow, and other times for whatever. Eventually, they'll be red flashing, taking the same amount of time. If still not cleared, red flashing signals the last chance to clear the incoming lines. However, garbage will not yet enter your playfield as long as you clear at least one line with each piece placement. Garbage blocking during combos. there are lines with multiple attacks, then the later lines will appear as gray blocks in the meter. Gray blocks will stay like that as long as the previous attack wasn't received. Ah, okay. I see. I'll say that as long as the previous attack wasn't received or entirely canceled, in which case they will become yellow and start their insertion timer. Got it. So that's what the gray was then. So the gray is other players sending. So those are different, separate attacks, right? So those haven't started the ticker yet, right? So yeah. So the reds are what's coming next, and then once those are either countered or received, that's when the next one starts to tick away. Got it. Okay. All right. Guessing the groupings show different attacks, but they'll be merged once reds are gone. Right. And you know, I can dedicate tiles to that. I mean, I kind of already am, right? But let me actually open it up. This one here. Nothing up there, but like maybe like this guy right here, right? Dedicate, or it'd be like 3 or so of them, right? For 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 of them, right? Where down here, it's I'll have like one of these guys, right? But come on. Give me you. But like, I'll style it a little differently, right? Maybe something like that. I don't know. Right? And so I've got the... Actually, I can even just do... I can style it completely differently because so I have that edge there, right? So that is going to be which one am I using for that actually? I'm using a different am I using this one? I don't even remember. I'm using either that one or I'm not using that one. No, because that's for the sprite. I'm not using that one. Yeah, so it's got to be this one here that I'm using. All right, so that's going to be... I'll put them down here then, I guess. But, yeah, so it's like... like for empty, right? So there's this one, then there's one in the middle. Oh, no, okay, it's not even middle. And there's one on the bottom. Well, actually, so there's plain edge, top, and then bottom, right? And then if well, these need to be like that. Well, if I copy them, put them here. Actually, no, that's for these ones, they can be that. Over here, they can be that one. Or no, they'll still be that, but I've got some sort of like block here, right? To designate, hey, there's a piece waiting. Right? And then I can use the same like IRQ to update these. You also already have red and yellow brick colors, right? So only the gray is new. It'd probably match the color of the received garbage. Yeah, so I'd have to make sure I get the colors correct on this. Which might be difficult, actually. Because this color here is in the first palette. Yeah. Unless I moved it over another row here. Which, I mean... I have room, I guess. I've got plenty of room, actually. I hit pause like it was, I hit escape like it was gonna do anything. All right. So I've actually got a little bit of room to work with here. Not tart. Start. So if I make some sort of, like, no, just one of these. Probably redo this a little bit, right? And, like, make a box. I don't know. Fill in some space here, right? Because why not? Right. And then do something like this. I'll make it nicer or whatever around the corners. But then I don't have to worry about... Oops. I have to worry less about color shenanigans because I can just borrow whatever the hell I wanted. I had like, yeah, if I used up then the full... It's not like that, but something like... Yeah, it's still using up... Well, yeah, it's still using up the full... almost the full... thing like that. I don't know if I... Well, no, I couldn't really do it, like, offset like that, because... What was I saying? Yes, I could. I just need to... do that, but then on these guys, I would just need to take off a row of pixels on that side and on that side. Maxes out at 12, any more is discarded. I don't know yet. I don't know. What does it actually look like? Nope. This one. Oh yeah, okay, so it... Oh. And those are sized differently, aren't they? Well, they're spaced out differently. I'm not going to do the spacing because this is like from different players. You're one player, so I don't... It's fine. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, because then that won't be as high, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that'd be like up to there. Having less can help with having enough update time and possibly UI design. I don't know. I think I have to play around with it a little bit, see what worked and what didn't, you know? Because for this, let's get the, oh my god, I don't want, I can't even remove that tile set for whatever reason. Just get away, get out of there. Oh, there it goes, okay. So this guy, if I over here make the fuck, oh, 'cause I didn't save. Go ahead and save that. Save that. Make over here. I'll have those. Tiles 2. Oh, did it not? God damn it. Open tiles 2 TSX. And over here, while that's open, yeah. And then like the inside border on that, just like a mock-up for now. It's currently using that one. So let's just like that. Save. Come over to. I also want a 2 top pieces. So fill. So it's that top piece, and then top piece like that. Save. Make over here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'd want to design that a little better, I think. But if I take this, plop it there. I don't know. And then I'd take like, you know, this, I'd put it like on the bottom there, right? Maybe. No, not that one. I want. Oh, I overwrote them. That one. Put it there. All right. Crap like that. You know, I'd do some more crap with it. Even just use these guys like over there. Give it an extra space. Yeah, redo the boxes on the playfield. And if I do that, I can screw around with some more colory kind of stuff. I don't know if I want to do that though. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to play with it a little bit. Are there flipping flags for sprites? For sprites, yes. Not background tiles. This is background stuff. Might as well replace the line graphics instead of the tiles. No. I can't do that. Main screen uses that. What? Huh? What? Where's... What is this? This is not a song. What? Sound effects, NES. Huh? Get out of here. Do I use OpenGL? Not for this. What the huh? Why? Why? Why was he using those? Oh! Oh! Oh, I know why. That's why. That's why it was using those. Right. Because I had the hex crap down there, right? I have got to fuck with this shit now. And I don't know if my conversion handles this correctly. Oh shit, it might have. What is different right now? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Main, because that now has to call. That's got to draw that a little differently now. That's got to use a different bank. What the hell was that? Because that, like, that'll change all of it. Actually, I want to use the third bank for that, I think. Is it menu? Menu dot ASM. I think it's been a while since you removed those, though. You probably didn't know. I didn't know. Until I changed this, yeah. Because that put some crap there that I was not expecting to see. I just forgot about the numbers. Yeah, so here is where that stuff is updated. All right, the box high scores score list. 21-4C it starts at. E. Nope, not that. Time out viewer. 21-4C. That needs to start at 21-4D. D. And then store shit. Not A. Box. Store Y. 21. No. Store Y. 21 for C plus that offset plus J times 32. See what that does. Nope. Shit. The clear doesn't work on that. Okay. What am I writing there? What is this? This is menu scores. Or hang on, I can e menu.asm. JSR to clear. That's loading A, X, and Y to 0. Ooh. Then select. Compare to 40 branch equal to select okay, so this is turning it off. I need a specific value for this. What do I need? What do I want? So I want it to use palette number 2 and the one that's using the bank that's using this one, bank 3, ID 3, ID 2. Palette's high, so this needs to be set to 1. And then this needs to be set to 2. Okay. Otherwise, bank 0 also on color palette 0. J undefined. It's a no. Did I get it backwards? I got it backwards. There we go. That's what I want, but for the initial, oh god, what do I do for the initial? Not in select. I want that in the clear. There we go. I fixed it. And jank is shit, but I fixed it. Oh, God. Oh man. Okay, menu scores. Go down here. From the okay. When doing assembly, how do you deal with calling convention, argument location, and with labeled namespaces? Argument location? Pick an address in RAM. For 6502, you don't push stuff to the stack for arguments. Because the 6502 doesn't really have anything that makes that easy to grab stuff from the stack. Not like that anyway. Not to use in other functions. It's possible, but it's cumbersome. And kind of icky, right? Because you'd have to take it out of the stack anyway and put it somewhere to do anything with, right? Or you have to do some math and do clobber index registers for pointer crap, and that's just not worth it, right? So basically, you make everything global. That's what everything over here is, right? That's these are all variable definitions, and these are global to the whole ROM, right? Like none of these are dynamic. So if I load up my memory map right here, all the red here are my defined labels. Right. So I got the clear rows. That's an array that I've got. This is 0 page. So this is a bunch of variables that are used often-ish. Right. Current score, BCD stuff, pointers up here. Got a few. I got like 4 pointers. NMI handler. That's another pointer. Temp A, B, C, X. XX, Y, Z, ZZ. Right? So yeah, basically it's all right, you define a temporary variable or whatever, or put your arguments in registers. A, X, or Y, put them in there. So yeah, that's what I do with all of my like do player, for instance, right? Player ID and Y. That's the argument. The argument's it's the player ID. I put that into the Y register. I dedicate a register for that, essentially, because it's used absolutely everywhere, right? Like I'm using it here, although I don't actually have to back that up there. But yeah, everywhere you see the comma Y, that's using that argument, right? Except in some places, like I think here. Yeah, this here is, I'm clobbering that, so I got to back it up. So I'm transferring Y to A, then I'm pushing A to the stack. That's what that is. So I'm backing up that argument, essentially, the player ID. And then when I'm done, I have to make sure I take that back off the stack, or else my return address is clobbered, basically. So that's right here. I'm pulling it back off the stack, putting it back in that register, so I can start using it again as that argument, right? That's the stuff here. Yeah, because I clobber it to clear rows, because I have to use Y for pointer bullshit. So that's what all this crap is, right? But yeah, everything else is all global. It's all global over here. Yeah. All right, let me commit this before I forget. Yeah. Basically, you define your own calling conventions and labels. Yep. and decide yourself when to follow or break those conventions. Especially calling conventions tend to vary by routine depending on the needs of both that routine and its callers. Yes. Yes. So there's a few where I'm like, where I dictate, all right, the destination is in this variable here. If it's like a pointer, right? Do I have any of those, though? Was a button pressed in during this frame? Player ID is in Y, and the button ID, the button type, under inspection is in A. I don't actually state that here, but so I'm storing A somewhere, right? So to call, like, just check if a button was pressed, I load a constant, the button I want to check, and then jump to this routine, right? Load A, jump to the routine. Same thing for button released. Load palette is a good example. Palette data address is in address pointer 1. That's one of the arguments. Fill address pointer 1 before calling this. Palette index is an X, right? So the data, where's the data? I don't know. Tell me, right? Point to it, and then what's the index where you want to put it? And then this goes and loads that up. Yeah. Of course, if you're dealing with an existing system on modern PCs, with those currently you have to talk to, or C libraries you need to use, then you become more limited. Right. Here it's just free game, right? It's the Wild West. Yeah. Bin to decimal, small. Binary value in A, decimal values. Decimal values output in bin output. 0 to 255. And then there's a bigger one. Oh no, this is a slow one. Oh. What the fuck? What the hell? Bin jump. What the fuck? Oh. Yeah, whatever. There's a multiply by 3. What do I use that? Okay, sure. Draw screen. Okay, yep. Run length encoded data at address pointer 1. PPU high address in A. Right? That one I just immediately store A because I'm using it immediately, right? I don't have to worry about it later. And then the other argument is address pointer 1. So that's a global variable, essentially. Because, again, everything's basically global here. I'm not doing any kind of dynamic addressing or any of that stuff. And that's for drawing the screens, by the way. So this right here is it's reading run length encoded screen data. So, like, the menu screen is run length encoded, right? So it reads that and then draws that out to the screen. What I was modifying before in the menu code. No, not that. E menu dot ASM. Source? Yeah, this stuff here. This is for changing the colors for the selection, right? Because I modify colors and banks, basically. Tile banks for each individual tile here to get the selection working. I like how this turned out, though. This turned out pretty well, I think. That needs some work, but, you know. Yeah, I think it works well. I do need to clean this up a little bit. I need to remove the border on this one. But, yeah, I think it works well. I think it works well. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Okay. It doesn't work. Ooh, that may have worked at one point. I may have. Ooh, hang on. Let me commit this first. That and I don't think I need to commit the tiles because the numbers already existed across those. I forget why, but I copied those over a while back. Ugh. Get add menu and then screens. Main menu. Let me hang on. Before that, let me use these. 1, 2, 3, 4. It assembles to the same stuff at the end. But the data in tile in here is different. Close out of that. And save that one. Screens. Let me get diff add screens main diff cached screens main. It's already using what the fuck? It's already using this shit over here? Oh, right! Yeah, it has to use the... Oh, my God. It has to use some of that for... Well, does it? I don't know. Oh, neat. It updated the tiled version. Fantastic. Just what I need. What do you think about the guy who said he got an operating system working on the NES? You mean... You mean this one? You mean that? I think it's hilarious. And amazing work, too, by the way. No, not that one. I want this guy. Keep that up there. Because this will load up Linux. Or the older version of... older fork version, whatever. But it's a... Linux running on Famicom, which is hilarious. I don't have my keyboard plugged in right now, but it actually properly detects a keyboard. And you can type with it. And run commands and things. It takes forever to do anything. But it does work, which is amazing. All right, git commit. Fix. Main. Fix high scores. Selection on main. Menu. A change a while back. Removed the numbers in the high scores box on the main menu, and I didn't notice until now. This change adds them back, but using the main ASCII char set instead of some debugging instead of the old debugging hex char set. Oh, I got a command prompt. Amazing. Can I actually type now? I hit select. Okay. Do I not get? Do I get? I wonder if I get. What's it? The pipe this time. Okay, L. L. How do I type with this? Wait, B? Oh no. I hate B. LS space dash L space shift pipe. Will this actually work? Space M O R E. Enter. Let's see how long that takes. A2 just shits and giggles. All right. For just test switching, all you need are basically function pointers and timed interrupts to do the test switching. It's called the Duff's device? Duff's device. No bin SH found? To execute complex command. What? Okay. That's cool. Backspace. So I can't pipe things. L. S. Space. Dash. L. Space. / B. I. N. Enter. This is going to take a hot minute. It's going to take a little while. All right, what was the other stuff that I accidentally removed? Did I accidentally remove something that I forgot about in here? I don't know if I did. Anyway, let's start clearing out this dead code now. Where's the rest of it? It's math stuff that I haven't finished up yet. There we go. Check collide stuff that is no longer used. Get rid of all that. Draw a full board. Those are the big ones. You can't see what I'm typing. I started doing the... I don't even think I'm using this stuff anymore, honestly. Oh, no, I guess I am. For the hold piece. And the... Okay, I am using it. Maybe L was a bad idea? It's fine. I mean, honestly, even without L, it takes about as long. About the same amount of time. You might be a little faster with printing, but yeah, it's still slow as hell. Not that you can really do anything useful on that anyway. Oh yeah, it's got everything. Oh yeah. So what this does is it basically emulates an x86 machine on a 6502, which is why it's so slow. I should have known this is a full version. Well, kind of full. It is kind of trimmed down a little, for obvious reasons. It doesn't have SH apparently. What the fuck is an emulation layer? Because then you'd be just porting Linux, porting it, right? And at that point, if you're rewriting all of it, is it really Linux anymore, right? So this was, fuck it, we're going to grab this image, not modify it, and run it on a Famicom. That was the purpose of this project. This isn't my project, bear in mind. And this isn't even the first time that the guy that put this together, this was for when, never. Yeah, this isn't the first time he's gotten Linux to run on a Famicom. The first time, I guess, was a bit of a cop-out. He did some stuff that was like taking some shortcuts and whatever, right? And he got a lot of flack in the comments about, like, you know, oh, that's not really Linux on that. You're cheating, kind of thing, right? So he's like, fine, I won't cheat this time. I'm gonna find me a chopped down version of Linux, grab their tarball, basically, and run that. I ain't gonna be cheating then, am I? So to get that to run, he wrote an x86 emulator. Does Ethernet over to the controller port too? I have no idea. It does have some networking nonsense in there. I don't know what the fuck it does. But it exists, kind of, sort of. There's like a networking config in there. And I don't know, it's got DD. Yeah, it's got cat, base name, chmod, chgroup, chown, clear, dir name. It's got some stuff on there. It's got a few things on there. It doesn't have V. Incredibly disappointing. I don't know if it has Ed though. Does it have Ed? What is No, it doesn't. Echo to FM, unless it's in a different directory. Unless it's like in, unless it's not like user share bin or some nonsense. You can link some stuff. No. Have I looked at the expansion card that goes in the middle of the bottom of the NES? Doesn't that do Wi-Fi? That's just an expansion port. There's not a lot of stuff for that. Even homebrew stuff like that. There isn't a lot of there are not a lot of things that plug into that. Some people have made adapters to get the keyboard working that I'm aware of. I think someone used that with mouse stuff as well. I think. And then there's the sound mod, right? Getting cartridge audio working on the NES. That's what I have going. But that expansion port on the NES wasn't used in production, right? It was there, but just nothing used it. You know. So yeah, the homebrew scene for the NES expansion is basically non-existent. Yeah. That said, though, there is work going into a homebrew mapper called a Rainbow Mapper that's got built-in Wi-Fi. So I'd be able to do it. What's this? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, and the mod is just, okay, you can plug in Famicom shit now. Let's go. And I guess it enables the audio on it as well, right? Does that... Is this also like a ROM cart? Or no, what the hell is that? That's a Wi-Fi card, isn't it? What the fuck? Or Bluetooth if it's got a pair button. Has expansion audio, yep. And switches for that, I guess. It's available for pre-order. Neat. Plug and play solution was things for 4-player Bluetooth. Okay. SNES controller, Famicom accessory support, and various third-party devices and add-ons. Come on, freaking JavaScript. Oh. Huh. NES expansion bridge. Interesting. Neat. Dev kit for the... I don't know. This cartridge allows playback of the Famicom Disk System games on the original NES front loader. The Disk System cartridge is a NES version of the Nintendo Famicom Disk RAM adapter. The adapter routes the disk drive signals to the NES expansion port pins to the NES expansion bridge, which connects to the Nintendo Famicom Disk System. Ah. Yeah, so the disk system has extra audio crap, and I guess does some more shenanigans that uses the pins that were chopped off for the NES or disconnected or whatever. Volume control, audio toggle, control mode. Interesting. Did it just find SH? It did. Maybe it doesn't work. I don't know. Oh, it's not running SH right now. It's running a different shell. I forget what, but it's not SH. It's some like... It's some further chopped down shell. I don't know. Alright, but I've got everything out of here, right? I think so. Yeah, score calculation stuff that I haven't finished yet. Yeah, okay. Diff this guy. This is just removing a bunch of now redundant code. Make sure this still makes, by the way. It still works. Get a line clear going. Just so I can make sure that that still works. Good. Okay. Combo stuff. We're gonna do this here. Git commit. Start adding combo stuff to 2P code. This change will only affect. I'm using the right effect, all right? Only affects a 1P mode for now, as the rest of the combo logic has not been added to 2P mode yet. The next expansion port was intended for use with the FDS system. The unused pins on the cartridge port that map straight through to the expansion port were specifically for the drive control pins. Really? So the drive would connect to those pins, and the cartridge that took place of the FDS RAM adapter would use those pins instead of having a pigtail. Oh, I see. So they were thinking ahead, where like the on the Famicom you got an adapter with a wire to the fucking thing, right? Plugged in the cartridge slot. On the NES, you'd still have a cartridge, right? I assume. And would have like extra RAM or crap in it, and then you just put the whole system on top of the disc system. So you wouldn't have any other wires, unless it had extra power or whatever. Huh? Yeah. They were thinking ahead, and then when the disc system basically flopped, they abandoned that whole idea. You know, because the disc system didn't do too well, did it? It didn't do too well on during the life cycle of the NES. I don't think, right? Like they tried to push it pretty hard. Like didn't they have like, oh god, like floppy stations essentially, where you could like rewrite a floppy disk with a new game or something? It needed an extra power cable or some number of C batteries. Yeah, just it's too many goddamn C batteries. Too many. Game.asm. And this is all of that crap. Add that. What was the last? Okay. Git commit remove redundant. Yeah. 1P code. Removed a lot of the now redundant single player logic code, and just use the 2P code. That works a little cleaner. Yeah. Yeah. Push that up. I'm not going to commit the tile stuff yet. I still want to figure out what I'm doing there. Did I? Oh, I didn't even save it. Okay, good. I gotta figure out what I'm doing with the versus mode stuff. Never got the disc system. Yeah. Like I said, Japan got all the fun peripherals, right? Like they got the freaking drawing pad. They got the trackball, keyboard, 2 separate tape systems, some modems. What the hell else did I get? Okay, a punching bag. I need to find that. Mahjong controllers, a pachinko controller. I want the pachinko controller. I think it's funny. I think it was pachinko anyway. Other weird shit too. They They got all the fun stuff. We get Rob. Oh boy. That stupid thing. Do I have? Yes, I do. I've got a courtesy of a Bridgewater. I've got the system, the disc system in the other room, and I've got some discs on the shelf over here. Yeah. So I do have a few of them. I just grabbed 3 of them, but no. The Lost Levels. It's Mario 2, right? I think that's what those are. The Lost Levels in the U.S. And side B, I don't know, something's written in. How scared should one be about the disc getting demagnetized? Good question. I don't know. A bunch of these, a handful of these, I don't think I got to work. Most of them did. Most of these worked. But Mario Golf. Ultraman. And a bunch of others that are on the shelf still. Maybe the idea was that Atari didn't need a disc drive and needed the Nintendo. Well, no. So they made these for, like, you know, theoretically more space, right? Because there was a chip shortage during the life cycle of the Famicom and the NES, right? They actually got into some Nintendo got into some hot water because of that. Because of the CSC chip and all that kind of crap. Yeah, the ROM chip shortage, right. And this, like this, there's no chips in this. It's just, you know, magnetic disc. No touchy. It's got a little graphic on it. No touchy, no magnet. So I guess the idea was, all right, these discs are a hell of a lot cheaper to manufacture. And they don't require any chips or any circuitry for the chip itself. Sure, the system requires that, but the publisher wouldn't have to foot that bill, right? And these floppies, while relatively uncommon, were not designed. I don't even think manufactured by Nintendo. Well, they may have been manufactured, but they weren't originally designed by Nintendo. They were licensed from another manufacturer. And they put their Nintendo copy, whatever the hell, thing on there. Their replacement, I guess, for the CSC chip, which was comically easy to circumvent. Comically easy. So you could really easily get your own discs and make duplicates of these things. So that's another thing where they went, oops, that wasn't good. Was it the Sony mini discs? Is that what they are? Yeah. All I know is it was a floppy format that ultimately failed to become the dominant floppy format. But yeah, and like publishers saw the issues that this would have with disc copies and copying discs, pirate copies and all that kind of crap, right? So no one really like jumped on the bandwagon, I don't think, with these discs, which is a shame, you know. Yeah. But yeah, so to make games for these things, you had to like you had to rearrange your ROM basically, and these didn't even like provide that much space. Like the mapper I'm using now has more space than one of these floppies, and the mapper, MMC5 mapper, is a Nintendo official, a Nintendo mapper, right? So these were even like not worth it on space eventually. You know? Because the chips got bigger. Started coming out of the chip shortage a little bit. It got through that. What mapper stuff do you need for Tetris? Oh boy, I am pulling so much bullshit with the mapper. Right here, those colors, first and foremost, are only possible because of the mapper that I'm using. Let's see. Let's open up this, and then we're gonna go down here and this one. Not that one. Okay, so it doesn't show it that great here. If I put that there, and then that guy there. Each of these red squares normally only normally everything in that square must use the same palette. A palette is 4 colors, including the black background color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the background color. Each one of these, you can see as I mouse over it, changes the palette. So the mapper allows me, this specific mapper allows me to choose a palette to the individual tile. So instead of this being my resolution for color, that's my resolution for color. That's one of them. That's number one. Number two is I'm doing some IRQ stuff. Counting scan lines. I'm also using the same thing I'm using for the color stuff. I'm using that to update the entire playfield at once, right? Because I have all kinds of crap to update for the playfield, right? I've got 200 tiles here, which if I'm just doing that, I can just barely fit that into NMI. In fact, that was a bunch of the code that I just removed, the unrolled code, the kilobyte of unrolled loops. But there's other stuff on this screen. There's a bunch of scores and the next pieces and the hold piece. Far too much to write during NMI. I don't have nearly enough time for that. So using MMC5 and the extended attributes, I'm able to update that during the draw. Which means I have enough time now to update the entire screen. Also for, let me get to it. This screen right here. I have an IRQ going for the capital stuff. So if I pause that and go back over to... I closed it. That's cool. This guy. You can see I've got two versions of the keyboard. Lowercase and uppercase. So, where's Event Viewer? Right up here, I am... also, with a lot of other... What the hell else am I doing here? Oh, yeah, so some scroll stuff and... 4016. Oh, right, because that's the start of the frickin'... Yep. Yeah, no, okay. But yeah, so I'm scrolling over to this other name table for the capital stuff, for the shifted layer. And I'm scrolling back to get erase, space, and all that stuff. And I'm not doing that on the sprite zero draw like a lot of other games do. I'm doing that by counting the number of scan lines, the number that have drawn. Once it hits a certain number, an IRQ fires from the mapper. So it'll jump to a piece of code essentially that I define, and then I can change the scroll, change it to what's drawing, and then resume doing the other nonsense that I was doing. And then same thing down here. I switch back to the first screen. Then there's the actual high scores. This here, this saves across restarts. So this is battery-backed RAM. It's actually write protected too. That the mapper actually takes care of. But yeah, this is enabled by the mapper as well. And the keyboard screen doesn't really need the complexity, right? But yeah, the infrastructure was already there, so I'm using it. All of this selection stuff is using the same tile and color shenanigans as the main game. You can see the tile, the pattern, the palette change. But those vertical lines between those two selections are the same tile, and I am highlighting one versus the other based on the bank that is currently loaded, right? If I go back over to a sprite, it's these tiles up here. These guys. I think it's just this one. So this is the third bank. The second bank, it's swapped, right? Dark, light. This one is light, dark. And then the first bank is dark, dark. Right? So depending on which one I select, I select a different bank, basically. You know? So that's there. Let's see, what else? Multiplication. This cartridge, the MMC5 mapper, exposes a multiplication unit to me, so I can multiply easily by more than just 2, without using a lookup table, which is nice. But yeah, and there's other things that I can do with this mapper, like a lot of other things. The space. So normally, so NROM, or basically no mapper, not that, memory viewer, basically just directly wires the memory chips in the cartridge to the pins in the pin headers to the system. So you only get from hex 8000, basically, down to hex FFF, right? 32K of memory to do stuff with for your entire game. Many games are NROM, and many games even take up only half of that, right? So it's certainly possible. I'm using too much space. I need more than that. So this is a different bank. So I can swap out what banks are actually mapped in there. So I open up the debugger. You can see at the bottom here what's actually banked in. So I've got bank 2 and 3, or bank 2 basically, mapped up here. So to start, A519. Or no, not there, not that one. This one here, that 80. I've got a lookup table, right? 003001. And I'm going to select the game. That's something different now. So it's swapped out that memory for something else. So now this is all the game code, right? So I've got a different bank swapped in there. And I do something similar with the tiles, right? So that's bank 1 here, and bank 2, right? Different colors kind of for the text. Bank 3, different colors again. And bank 4, this one I'm only using for sprites right here. This is the tile that's used. So this first tile in all the banks is the tile that is displayed on the playfield, right? So you can see empty here. That's when there is no block at that spot. And then bank 2 and bank 3 are for when there are a tile. There's 2 and 3 because of color shenanigans. Because I'm limited on how many colors I can use, right? And then this one here is for when a block is placed and it flashes a solid color, So let's quarter speed. And then we're going to... Right there. So that solid color is using the last bank here, right? So it stays there for a few frames. I forget how many. Yeah, until after the shake is done, basically. Then it goes back to its normal color. But that's only for the sprites. That doesn't write it on the background like that. But again, that's only possible because of the mapper I'm using. Yeah, I might actually want to. I might want to do the shake offset on the sprite as well, because you can see that the sprite doesn't move when it shakes. I might want to. That's during the place thing. I could do that. Not now though, but. Yeah. Very exhausted answer? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Oh yeah, I'm not using it yet, but this mapper also has extra channels, extra audio channels. So normally the NES only has 2 pulse channels or square wave channels, a triangle channel, and a triangle a noise channel, and a sample channel technically, but that isn't used as much. I'm not using that. This mapper adds, what, 2 pulse? And I think something else. Does it add anything else? What else does it add? Audio, yes. PCM, okay. Raw PCM and pulses, okay. Yeah, so 2 pulses and another sample channel, basically. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, I'm not using those yet, though. Okay, I'm good. Anyway. Am I all set here? Yeah, okay. I need to wrap up. I'm getting hungry. I need to get some food. So yeah, we're gonna see if someone else is live. Go say hi to them. I need to go get food. I'm hungry. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back on Sunday. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me hang on. Let me drop the ROM on Discord before I forget again. Move, or let's go to CD bin, move Tetris.NES, move that to 03, Jesus, 07.NES. Okay. NES code, and let me drop this here before I forget. This one. There we go. There we go. Okay. So ROM's up on Discord if you want to try it out. That is the most recent build. Code is up on GitHub if you want to have a look at it there. If you're not on Discord already, it's over there. Anyway, we're going to go say hi to somebody, so don't go quite yet. Let's see whomst is live. Give me 1 second here before that. Maybe over here? Yeah, maybe over here. Oh, I think we rated him like last time, didn't we? Who did we rate last time? Did anybody remember? I don't know. We're gonna rate this guy anyway. But yeah, thank you for being here. Right there, not. Yeah, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And I will see you next time. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.